Let's try an example using PEMDAS. We have 3 times the quantity 4 plus 3 times the quantity 6 minus 4. Okay. Okay, so we use PEMDAS on this. It says we do parentheses first, and when you have parentheses inside parentheses, you always want to work from the inside out. So I'll say work from inside out. From inside out. Okay, so we're going to start with the innermost parentheses and go from there. So let's see here. There we go. So 6 minus 4 is 2. All right. And you can you don't have to rewrite it each time. You could. Okay, so now we have 3 times 2. So I'm kind of working my way out. I did parentheses, and now we're working inside of these parentheses next. So maybe I should just rewrite it just so we're all on the same page here. Okay, so we have 3 times 4 plus 3 times 2. Okay, now within this set of parentheses here, we're going to hit it with PEMDAS, right? So there's nothing left to do inside these parentheses. So we go down, there's no exponents, multiply. Here we have our multiply next. So we do that next. 3 times 4 plus 3 times 2 is 6. There we go. Okay, well now we add, all right, so 3 times 10. Okay, and this is still multiply. And finally, so we added first. We added first because these were in the parentheses, and parentheses are at the very top of the PEMDAS list here. And remember, this is the order in which we do things. So we start up at the top, we end at the bottom. All right, and now there's nothing left to do but to multiply, so we get 30. Okay, so there's our answer to that one. Let's try another one. Here we have 16 plus the absolute value of 5 minus 13 plus 4 squared all over 17 minus 5. Okay, so when you see an absolute value, you treat it like a parentheses. So I'll just say here, parentheses are, the absolute value go with these. Absolute value. Okay, so while we have no parentheses, the absolute value is considered that. Okay, so let's just treat it like an absolute, let's treat it like a parentheses. So we have the absolute value of 5 minus 13 is the absolute value of negative 8. Okay, but absolute value of negative 8 is 8. All right, so now we can rewrite 16 plus 8 plus, well, 4 squared. The next thing we do is exponents. 4 squared is 4 times 4, that's 16, all over 17 minus 5. When you're doing problems like this with a bunch of terms in the numerator and a bunch of terms in the denominator, you treat the entire numerator as if it was in parentheses, the entire denominator as if it was in parentheses. By that I mean you evaluate it completely first before trying to divide. So let's do that. So let's see, up top we have 16 plus 16 is 32 plus 8, that's 40. Down here we have 17 minus 5, which is 12. Okay, so we're making progress. Then we want to simplify these. What can we factor out of both of these? I am thinking we can get a 4 out of both of those. Right, so if we factor a 4 out of the 40, we get 4 times 10. A 4 out of the 12, we get 4 times 3. Those cancel, giving us 10 thirds. Right, so 10 thirds for that one. Let's try another one. Here we have a lot going on. We have 3 plus 4 times the quantity, 18 times the quantity, 5 times 5 minus 20. Close off that quantity, and then minus 39. So a lot of people here, when they see this, they want to do 3 plus 4. That's incorrect. Don't do it. Right? You don't want to go down that path. Instead, right, because remember, this is a multiply right here. And multiply comes before add as we go down PEMDAS. Remember, we start at the top, stop at the bottom. So the first thing we do is parentheses. All right, that's what PEMDAS tells us to do, so let's do it. And we have parentheses inside parentheses. We start with the innermost. So here we go. Let's start here. All right, so we have 5 times 5, well, that's 25 minus 20. Notice how I did the multiply before I did the subtract. Right? Again, because multiply is above subtract. Okay, minus 20. And then 25 minus 20 is 5. Okay, so we're making progress here. Let's rewrite this whole thing. We have 3 plus 4 times 18 times 5 minus 39. Okay, well, what comes next? Well, now we're working inside parentheses again, right? We're just going inside out, and each time we get a new set of parentheses, we have to deal with that. So let's see. Inside these parentheses, we have a multiply and a subtract. Let's do the multiply first because we have to, right? Multiply is above subtract. Okay, so let's see. Inside of this, we have 18 times 5. Let's see, 18 times 5 is 90. 90 minus 39. 90 minus 39 is 51. Okay, so let's collect our thoughts here. So we have 3 plus 4 times 51. All right, here we are again. Multiply comes before addition. So 4 times 51, so that's 3, plus 4 times 51 is 204. And then finally we can add those two together to get 207. There we are.